Parashat Emor Shvi'i. The Torah ends up the parasha with the famous psukim that we found in a couple of other places in the Torah. Ish ki yiten mum be'amito. If you damage somebody, you hurt somebody, kasher asa ken yaseh lo. You should do to him as he did for the other. Shever tachat shever, ayin tachat ayin, shen tachat shen, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Kasher yiten mum ba'adam ken yinaten bo. And many religions do practice ayin tachat ayin, eye for an eye. The Torah, although says in such a strong language, strong punishment, revenge exactly the same, the Torah Shebe'al Peh says no. Right away in the beginning of Perek HaChovel in Bava Kama, ayin tachat ayin, mamon, shen tachat shen, mamon. It only means compensate the person in a monetary fashion. He has to pay for the eye. He has to pay for the tooth. We found this in other places as well. And over here, there's a beautiful word from Rabbi Shwab. He says that the Torah was written according to Midat Hadin. Torah was written exactly the way things should have been. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which is called Rahman, Rahmana, the Torah constantly calls in the Gemara, in the Torah Shebe'al Peh, calls HaKadosh Baruch Hu Rahmana. The Torah is called as well that way, which means the Torah Shebe'al Peh puts everything in a Midat HaRachamim. The Torah Shebichtav, is Midat Hadin Elokim. The Torah Shebe'al Peh, which HaKadosh Baruch Hu wrapped together with the Torah Shebichtav, and he wrapped together Midat HaRachamim with Midat Hadin, because he saw, as Chazal tell us in the beginning of the Torah, that he saw that En ha'olam mitkaim al Midat Hadin, shitef ima Midat HaRachamim, wrapped everything with Midat HaRachamim, and took everything that the Torah says and diluted it very much. And therefore we find, for an instance, that the Dayanim are called Elokim. That's what they're called, Elohim. We found, for example, that when a woman does something that's extremely wrong, as the Torah speaks about, vekatzota et kapa, you have to cut her hand. The Torah Shebe'al Peh says 1 minute. Katzota et kapa doesn't mean you actually cut the hand. It means mamon, you pay money. Again, the Torah says, Torah Shebe'al Peh says, כל סנהדרין, כל בית דין שהורג אחד ל-70 שנה נקראת קטלנית, which means if בית דין actually practices death by a capital death, it's actually called a קטלנית, killers. The בית דין are called killers. Even they do it once every 70 years, they're still called killers, which means you can get the name of murderers for just doing what the Torah tells you according to the law, keeping to the letter of the law. Why? Because the Torah Shebe'al Peh comes to teach us that the letter of the law also has in it Midat HaRachamim. And that's a beautiful thing, that when we view HaKadosh Baruch Hu, although we need to know that it's all emet, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu wrapped it in a way that will be also Rachamim.